Well, here we go again. We got a good one for you today. We're going to be talking about the new rockfish closure that goes into effect today. We're going to be talking all about fishing. We're just going to be doing what we used to do back in the old days. We're just going to be me and you talking, and we're going to also show you brand new deal that's going on with Okuma right now, showing off the Catalina rods. They brought them back, and I'm glad they did because I used Catalina rods for a very, very long time. And then they went away, but now they're back. So we'll show you a little bit about the Catalina rods too. What's up, Matt Ryan? Welcome to the show. It is my good friend Mike Lewis's birthday today. It is my good friend Cubby's birthday today. So happy birthday, Mike Lewis, and happy birthday, Kevin Cubby Paul. And let's talk about this rockfish thing right now. It's October 1st. So we got the 50 fathom deal is in play now. Hey, Seawolf. How are you doing? Dave Burris. Nice to see you. But the 50 fathom deal is in play right now. That means you can't fish rockfish in Southern California in less than 50 fathoms. Yeah, I wish you were here too, Mike Lewis. We got a huge hurricane coming in a couple of days. We got to hunker down and get ready for that. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But happy birthday, buddy. And happy birthday, Cubby, too. But so 50 fathoms or more. So you can fish deeper than 50 fathoms. That's quite amazing in Southern California. Even though, and I got to tell you, even though they told us that the rockfish are in better shape than they ever thought they would be. They're in better shape. Their numbers, they admitted it. Their counts were wrong. Their numbers were wrong. And they said it. I didn't say it. They did. They said, we made a mistake. But what they can't do is they can't go back and change the fact that we have to stop fishing rockfish in 30 fathom, or I'm sorry. I'm reading all this stuff and everything, and it just blows my mind. We can't fish rockfish in less than 60 or 50. I'm sorry. Let's go. 50 fathoms. We can't fish rockfish. That means you can't fish shallower than 300 feet. For those of you that can't do simple math. So 300 feet are greater than 300 feet in Southern California. And that's the boundary lines are a footnote and all this different stuff. I'm reading it right here on my phone and I'm just blown away. I just can't figure it out. I can't imagine trying to figure it out or whatever. How old am I? I'm old enough. Whatever. But it's just amazing to me that they admit that they made a mistake, but they didn't admit that they got to change and make it so we can fish in every single depth. So now we're going to leave these rockfish alone that are shallower than 300 feet, and we're going to fish for them in over 300 feet. But you still can only use 2 hooks. And then on top of that, you're allowed 2 red rockfish, 2 vermilion rockfish. 2. What's up, Chuck? Nice hoop netting. And anybody that been out fishing, you could leave a report on our website. It would really help us all out to know where to fish. And well, thank you very much for driving and listening. But I just can't I just don't understand why we can't just say, oh, well, we made a mistake. Let's open it up to every depth. And then the other thing that's amazing to me is we have reports that say the cowcod fishery has made a full recovery faster than they ever have. Who knows, Dave? Who knows if it's going to be next year? Who knows? When they adjusted Northern and Central California. They don't have a depth limit or when they decided that they had made a mistake. So I don't know. It's kind of weird to think that you got to fish deeper than 300 feet, which was a new rule that came into effect last year. And then if you decide to fish for, this is what blows my mind. If you decide to fish for rockfish in the morning, you can't go fish for other fish in the afternoon, because if you got red rockfish on the boat, and you assume that you fished them in 300 or greater, and then you go into the shallows to fish for, you're going to get a ticket because you're going to have red rockfish on the boat. So then you're going to have a ticket, and it just pisses me off to no end that they make it so hard to make a living anymore. I couldn't even imagine these guys that are trying to make a living. So let's say it's extremely windy in the afternoons. So you leave the rockfish for the afternoon to fish because you're going to fish for surface fish in the morning. And then you go out and you fish for the rockfish in the afternoon, but you can't fish for the rockfish in the afternoon because it's too windy. So I just don't understand it. Go and dive in it. Oh, baby, you ought to. Woo, Rick, you're going to get them. You're going to get them. You're going to see so many lobsters. Yeah. It's funny. Brett goes to the Cortez Bank to get his lobsters. You can get just as many lobsters on the coast. You guys go to the Cortez Bank and you have the greatest diving of your life out there. You still can only have 7. Today is opening day of lobsters, gang. They fished bait last night in their lobster. So this morning they started pulling them. They have the greatest in the commercial lobster traps. They have the greatest fishing ever. They can catch 1 million lobsters today. We have the greatest fishing ever. We can catch 7. That's quite amazing if you think about it. There's just so many amazing regulations for the sport fishing enthusiast. And you guys help make these regulations what they are by constantly complaining on the internet about this and that and that and this. And not you, you know who I mean. Not you guys, but those people that are constantly complaining online. They help change the regulations. They help push the narrative that there's no lobsters, that there's no fish, that there's no. All they had to do was become a member of Your Saltwater Guide. There'd be 1 billion lobsters. There'd be millions of fish for them to catch. But for some strange reason, they'd rather complain than actually learn how to fish for fish, learn how to fish for rockfish. Yeah, it's kind of strange, Rick. It's kind of strange. And if you decapitate your lobster, or if you put it in any type of bag taken apart, that's against the law too. You got to keep it in a measurable existence. So there's a lot of things going on out here. Just to try to keep up with it, it's almost impossible. So I'm just saying, you got to be very, very careful when you go out there fishing right now. You can fish rockfish. I'm reading it right now. You can fish rockfish greater than 300 feet of water. But if you have red rockfish on the boat, you can't fish shallow water after that. Can you? I just don't understand, because they say that you'll catch the rockfish and then go in there and fish the shallow water fish. And oh my gosh, it's just too confusing. It's just way too confusing. Yeah, cooking it on the boat, until you consume it, you better have all the parts and pieces. You better have all the parts and pieces. When you consume it on the boat, you got to be ready to measure it, and then throw all the parts and pieces over when you're done cooking it on the boat and you're eating it. Throw all the parts and pieces over, because that's a whole nother thing. Jesus, we could get into that too. But here, let's check out these Catalina rods real quick, and we'll get back to this. And if you got any comments or anything at all, just go ahead and feel free to leave a comment on here, and check out these boat rods by Okuma.
Hey guys, this is John Bretz with Okuma Fishing Tackle. What we have here is a new Catalina rod series. This is new saltwater series. We're doing 5 different models, all going to be 7.5 foot lengths. We're going to do a medium, medium heavy, and heavy live bait rod. A lot of versatility with that rod. And we're going to do 2 rail rods, a 2XH and a 3XH model. You'll notice the foregrips are EVA on all of the rods. The rail rods are going to have a shrink tube rear grip with a machined aluminum gimbal. And then when you look at the live bait rods, those will have an EVA with a rubber end cap. As far as a guide configuration goes, we're going to have stainless steel welded guides on the live bait rods. And those will also be bridge guides, so it's extremely durable. This is the type of guide that you want for ultimate durability. And then for the rail rods, we have stainless steel C-guide frames with zirconium inserts. So not only do you have that deep pressed frame design to protect the insert, you also have zirconium, which is going to be optimized for braided line fishing. This is just an incredible rod. The rod blank itself is 24-ton carbon fiber, so it's going to be lightweight and extremely durable. And then we equipped all these rods with our UFR tip technology. That's going to give you over 3 times the lifting power. So if you're in a situation where you don't want a high stick, but you actually have a fish that runs under the boat, it's going to help protect and make that rod that much more durable. As far as the reel seats go on the live bait rods, they're all going to have Fuji reel seats, but depending on the model, it'll either be the DPS Fuji reel seat or the heavy duty graphite Fuji reel seat. So great componentry. When you get to the rail rod, you're going to have a machined aluminum Okuma reel seat, 2-toned anodized. Just looks amazing and give you amazing performance. These are rods that I'd put on my boat and I'd fish on any trip. Amazing new introduction in addition to the Okuma product line, the Catalina rod series. If you want to find out more information, check it out at a retailer near you or on okumafishingusa.com.
Yeah, gang. And I use those Catalina Okuma rods all the time. I still have quite a few of them in my arsenal, and I use them all the time. And I'll tell you what, they are so lightweight. You'll be blown away by how lightweight they are and how affordable they are. If you go to the website and check it out, you can see the prices are there at OkumaFishingUSA.com. Check it out, and you won't be disappointed. I've been using them for 20 plus years. I have quite a few of them in my arsenal, and they work absolutely phenomenal. Now, back to what we were talking about. I'll leave the QR code up there. You can go check it out and see all the great things that they have to offer. So you had 26 people on the boat. You guys ate 48 lobsters on the trip. Great. Beautiful. And, those counted for your limits, by the way. So you better measure them in your belly, because that is so ridiculous that they want you to measure the lobsters that are in your belly. What, Matt? Hello? I don't understand what you're trying to say, Matt. You're saying hi? Okay, hi. So look at, gang. If you go out rockfish fishing, and I'm telling you, this is so weird to think about, but if you put red rockfish on the boat, you can't fish anymore once you put red rockfish on the boat from October 1st to December 31st. So it's a real hard line. And you got to be real careful, because if you get caught with those red rockfish on the boat when you're fishing at Catalina or you're fishing at San Clemente Island, and you've decided in the afternoon to fish for yellows, or you've decided in the afternoon to fish for bass or anything else, you can't. And then if you decide to fish for rockfish in the afternoon, well, you know how it goes. It's always windy. It's always blowing. It's crappy. So there you go. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. It's so hard anymore to make a living fishing with these funky rules. And I hope that something changes, and I hope we get to change this rockfish closure thing, but it is quite amazing. And my sister wanted me to mention Dana Wharf Sport Fishing is running a deal right now for 10 people, $1,500 on the Reel Fund, going out hoop netting. You can buy a ticket to go. Well, no, you can charter the whole boat, I guess. $1,500, 10 people. And you can go lobster fishing on the Reel Fund. Call Dana Wharf Sport Fishing at 496 5794 949 496 5794. And she's got an awesome deal going on. But Captain Al Clowers has got an awesome deal going on down in San Diego. And the bluefin are biting, the yellowfin are biting, and the lobsters are crawling. So there's all that going on. And yeah, once the lobster's in your belly, you should be able to get another one. Well, the fishing game clearly know how to tell if you've ate a lobster or not. No, I'm just kidding. But you have to make sure that you throw all the evidence over to the side if you're going to eat them, and then catch 7 after you eat them. I'm telling you, no, you got to make sure that you're. Yeah, it's the same. It's tough. The commercial are the sport fishing boats and the dive boats. I mean, you got the Sand Dollar and you got the Bottom Scratcher. You got a couple of dive boats up in Santa Barbara, but other than that, it's over. It's over in California, because it's hard to justify going out catching your 7 whole lobsters. Yeah. Well, you gotta. It's so weird. You got to be careful. you just got to be careful right now. There's just so many things going on. And so it's so hard to keep track of all this, but I'll tell you what, they know. They know the law. They know it very, very well. So if you're going to eat a lobster, that counts as your take for the day. That counts as your 7. If you're going to cross over after midnight, then what you have to do is you have to fill out your lobster card again for the next day while you're out on the water for the next day. And you can only have 7 total. So you could have 3 and then you could have 4, or you could have 6 and you could have 1 or something like that. But you can't have multiple day unless you go and you get a multi-day permit, and then you can have it. You can have multiple days, but you have to tell them before you go that when you're going out, so that they have on record of a multi-day permit, and then you can have X amount in your freezer or X amount on your boat. And I don't even know how that works as far as a multi-day permit, and then you have more than 7 in your freezer. I guess you have to keep the multi-day permit in your possession. I don't know. It's hard to figure it out, but that's the deal. And if you guys have any more questions or anything you can think of that you might want to talk to me about, you go ahead and feel free to leave those questions. Chuck, you got to get a multi-day permit, and then you gotta change the lobster card to say that you're going on into the second day. And now you got to change everything and start over again and go back to putting zeros on it. You put everything on. You got to end the day and put how many lobsters you caught on that first day. And then at 12:01, you got to put in what type of hoop net you're using, what zone you're hooping in. But the only thing you don't put down is how many lobsters you actually have on the boat, because you haven't ended that trip. So you can have 7 on the first day, and then you can have 7 on the second day, but you can't have 14 on the first day and none on the second day. That doesn't work either. So you got to be very, very careful, and you have to fill in all the squares. It's hard to keep up. Everything's great. I feel great. I look great. I feel great. I look down. I don't know. If I'm down, I'm just a look, but it's not the way I feel. I feel great today, and I'm doing good, and life is good, and everything couldn't be better, gang. Can I clarify using game fish? Oh, I can. I know there's a bunch of you out there that want to argue with me, and that's fine. You can argue with me. I personally have a ticket for it. I lost my guide license for a year. Now, are they going to do that to you? I don't know. But do you want to take the chance? So, Renee, here's the deal. If you're going to put bait in your hoop net, and you're not going to use mackerel, or you're not going to use anchovies or sardines, you're going to use something else, you can actually get a ticket for bonita or calico bass or any type of measurable game fish, because a measurable game fish must be kept whole, or fillet must be the size of the alternate length. When you cut up this bait to put into your hoop net, the one way you may be able to get away with it, I personally had bait in the bucket that was bonita, and I think I had made a mistake that day already. So this was just another ticket on top of the ticket that I got. And I do remember exactly all the things I did wrong that day. But what I'm saying is, you've got to have a measurable fish cannot be used for bait. All right. So you just got to remember that, unless they just don't feel like writing the ticket, but they can write the ticket. So you got to remember, they have that. If you have your bait cut up in a bucket sitting there and you're going to be shoving it into your tube, but it's not in the tube yet, and they can see the bucket and they look down and they go, oh, that's full of bonita. Ooh. If they want to write the ticket, they can. And it's crazy. And if they come in your house and they see that you have more than 7 lobsters in your house, you better have a couple of people with lobster cards. Your kids better have a lobster card. You better have a lobster card. Yeah, I'm just saying. You got to be very, very careful. You got to be, because they're very, very proud of their lobsters in California. What's the limit on crab? 30. At least that's what it was last year. I saw that on Phil's show. There was a question about it. And there's so many people that want to fight you on this question, but it's a measurable fish. And I'm just telling you, there's so many other options. Why do you want to take that chance? And then if you're using salmon heads for bait, you better have the receipt saying that you bought the salmon heads at the store, because I'm just saying, they can write that ticket too, because yeah, they're the most sought after lobster on the planet. But salmon, that's another thing that's really weird. Salmon, you got to have a salmon permit, but you're not even allowed to have salmon in California except for one day a month or one day a year, and da 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 da. So if they want to write that ticket for salmon, they could. They could. Are they gonna? Probably not. But could they? Absolutely. If you have multiple citations that day, that could be just another one to throw on there. Yeah, you do, Tim, and I'm really sweating it. But yeah, there's so much stuff going on. You got to just be very careful. It's so much easier just to use anchovies or mackerel or sardines for bait. It's just so much easier. But gang, you don't have to try to do stuff wrong. You really don't. And you can't think for 1 second. The fishing game, most of them are outdoorsmen. Most of them are lobster fishermen and deer hunters and just true outdoorsmen. And they've seen all the tricks and they know all the tricks, and they're going to get you. They're just going to get you. I'm just telling you, they're going to get you. So don't do anything illegal. Just don't do it. If you think that you have to do it, if you have to take a short lobster, I mean, you watched Captain Al and Captain Justin the other night. If it was close, if there was a guy that thought that it was even close, it was just throw it back. Just throw it back. It's not even worth it. If you think it's close, then it's close. It's not legal. And if you're thinking it's close, well, the Fish and Wildlife, they know it's not legal. So they're going to get you for that ticket too. And you got to remember, and I talked about this the other day, they are out in force this year. They are out in force. They have hired a bunch of new agents. They're trying to supplement the income that they're not getting anymore from all this, all this stuff that's out there that was free before, all this free money that was out there. It's not here anymore. So they got to regulate it by writing more tickets. And they're not letting anybody off. There's no warnings. I watched a YouTube video the other day. This guy, I can't even believe he posted this. I don't know the guy's name, but he was fishing in an MPA at Catalina. There was like 6 jet skis and they were all in there and they all got a ticket. Each one of them. I don't know if any of you saw that video or not. Why would you post that? Just trying to get some views, I guess. I don't know. I would never post that. And they were actually fishing in the MPA. They were catching little crappy whitefish and stuff too. And I was just blown away that they asked for a warning. The days of warnings for the MPAs are long gone, gang. That boat sailed a long time ago. If you're going to fish in the MPA, you better be ready for a ticket. Yeah, good. It's kind of weird, huh? I know I'm a weirdo. I make videos and I watch videos of fishing all the time. And I couldn't even believe the guy. He got caught in an MPA and he posted the video. Yeah, they were giant, huh? Almost as big as your hand. They were giant whitefish. But there was like 6 of these guys on jet skis fishing in the MPAs. Blows my mind. That tells us more of a reason why we need the California Fish and Wildlife. And these guys are, for all intents and purposes, these guys are super good guys. They are super cool. But I made a mistake when I was young and I was dumb and I made a mistake. Cost me my guide license for a year. But I'll tell you what, I made the mistake. They didn't make it. And I paid the price. And I'm telling you, you can argue with me all day long, but I got the ticket, gang. And you cannot have bonita for bait. It's not. Yeah, that's it. 5 sick to fish or 5 sick to fishing. It's crazy that the guy posted that video, but I guess he does hard up for content or something. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that there's actual people that will post videos of them doing that because they want to get some views, I guess. I don't know. I can't imagine having to post those kind of videos to get views. I'm getting 30 million views a month, so I don't know. I get so many views on so many different content. The other day I got 1.4 million views on TikTok. If you guys saw the video of how to dock the boat, I broke it down into 4 parts, and each part got somewhere between 200,000 and 300,000. But this one part 4, got 1.4 million views on TikTok. Now, TikTok's been friggin' flatter than hell for a while for me. They don't like me over there at TikTok for some reason. They won't push my stuff out in front of people, but they did this day when they liked those videos of how to dock your boat. And oh my gosh, I was blown away to see that many videos. I mean, that many views on a video. It just blows my mind. And if you look, it's crazy. Here, I'm going to show you guys real quick. These amount of views are crazy over here. You guys are going to be blown away. Now look at this. Now, I've been stuck at like 130,000 followers on TikTok for 6 years. Okay. And then all of a sudden it just took off the other day and went to 139,000. But look at that one video. It's got 1.4 million views. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff around it, but 1.4 million views. It's right there. It's just weird, huh? It doesn't make any sense. And yeah, I don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Then we got another video. Right after that, we have a video of me catching that cormorant. Got now, just to tell you how weird the algorithm is over here. We got a 1.4 million views on a video. Right after, 6 hours after it, I post, because I post 3 videos every day. 6 hours after it, I post a video and it gets 2,568 views. So why did one video get 1.5 million views, 1.4 million, and then this one gets 2,000 views? Figure it out. You'll be a gazillionaire. And then over on Facebook, it gets, I don't even understand it. It gets 380,000 views over there on Facebook. So it's weird. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. I don't know why it does what it does, but oh well. I guess that's what that guy is trying to do. He's trying to copy me or something. He wants to. It doesn't make sense though. You could put out a great video and you get 100 views, and you could put out a crappy video and you get 1.5 million views. I don't understand it. I never will. But it's kind of, how is the parking structure is done, Tim. The Dana Point parking structure is done. It is done. Don Hanson parking structure is done. The harbor's unbelievable. The parking is, there's no problem with parking in Dana Point Harbor anymore. TikTok is weird. I post a video of me. Yeah, it's very, very strange, Chuck. I don't understand it. But then again, I don't understand any of these social media platforms. I just keep posting. We post 4 times a day and do a live podcast on Spotify, Apple, Megaphone, Threads, TikTok, X, Spotify, Apple, and I post on 7 different platforms. And I'm just blown away. Just blown away. And if you want to, here's something I'll tell you. If you guys want to, got an opportunity to sell your product or get it out in front of somebody, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you get your product out in front of somebody. We do pretty good for Promar and Okuma and Deckhand Sports and ReelQuick fishing products and Manzer Marine and McCarty Yacht Sales and Offshore Products, Don Stanley. We do pretty good getting all their stuff out in front of everybody. We do real good. I just, I'll help you guys if you want some help. The elevator's tall enough for a jig stick. How cool is that, Jeff? How cool is that parking structure, Dana Point Harbor? It's pretty spectacular. I was there the other day. I was just blown away. And that's all my dad wanted since the day they opened the harbor, is he wanted a parking structure. Unfortunately, he didn't live long enough to see it, but it's done now, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's the harbor's going to be different. Brian at Promar did a great job on Phil Freeman. Yeah, Phil Freeman's got a great show. There's no problem with Phil's show, and Brian's always there to answer questions, and he does a phenomenal job. Brian knows the product because he'll tell you he didn't know nothing until he came out with Justin and Al and Pablo, and he got to fish with those guys, and he got to hang out with all of us, and he got to learn the product that way. And then he got to be in the warehouse every day taking care of product. So he knows the product. Absolutely. But if you guys have a product you want to try to sell, let me know. I'll be more than happy to talk about it, try to sell it for you. And I'm just reading these questions. When is Mikey coming back on the show? Pretty soon. Pretty damn soon, because we always ask him. But tomorrow we got Tiffany and the rod builder and all that stuff going on. And then on Friday, we're going to have Bonnie on the show. Bonnie Brady, who commercial fish, been in the commercial fishing industry her whole life back east. She's been on the show a couple times. She's going to talk more about the windmills and where we're at with those and what's going on with those, because the windmills, that's a big deal out here on the West Coast. We haven't heard much about it, but there's products sitting all over getting ready to be put out into the ocean, which it won't work. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. It will not work, but they're going to do it anyways, and they're going to destroy the ocean. So we need to hear from Bonnie and find out what's going on with that too. And has anything changed with the new administration? Are they still building windmills or wind turbines or whatever you may call them? Are they still building those on the East Coast? Because we know that they're on a mission out here on the West Coast to build those things, kind of like the bullet train to nowhere. And let's sell some real quick gear. We have dead whales everywhere because of those windmills. Yeah, we do, but it's okay because it's going to be making clean energy, right? So that's cool. No, not really. Any whale. I mean, I came from the world that we used to save whales. We used to think whales were super important. We used to get pissed if a whale died. But I guess whales don't matter anymore because there's pretend green energy. So we gotta support the green energy, right? Because it's super green. I mean, let's think about it. Just the steel alone. What does it take to make steel? Petroleum. What does it take to bend wire, to make the wire, to do all that stuff? Petroleum. All that stuff, just think of that. For this green energy that doesn't even have Yeah, the green energy sport boat. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? Green energy sport boat. They want us to have boats that are running on this fuel that doesn't even exist by the end of this year. This carb thing. They want us to put in engines that don't exist yet. They haven't even made these engines yet. We got 3 months and we're supposed to be compliant. And I don't understand it, but heaven forbid they build them in 3 months. I can't hardly wait. I can't wait to see these motors. They're going to be badass. They're going to be super cool. They're going to make them in 3 months, October, November, December. Yeah, it's 3 months, gang. 3 months. They're going to make a motor that doesn't even exist yet. And we have to be compliant by the end of the year. And we have to put them in all of the boats. Yeah, just unbelievable. It's ridiculous. But hopefully he's going to be the new president, Gavin, and he can bring all these great ideas to the whole country and we can all sing Kumbaya and sit around the campfire and enjoy this. Everything's free. How cool would that be? Everything free. Everything's free. Nobody goes outside anymore. No one fishes. No one hunts. And we just collect our free stuff. That would be spectacular. I can't wait. I'm excited. He is going to be the best president we've ever had, right? It's going to be so cool. Oh, really? That's amazing, Tim. That is absolutely amazing. But yeah. The winter Cabo surf fishing, you know, we'll bring Wes back on the show again. He'll come in here and tell you all about what's going on with the wintertime fishing in Cabo. You know, we don't see wintertime until maybe end of January, beginning of February. So if you're thinking of, yeah, you need a vacation. I mean, gosh darn it, school's been back in session for like a long time. You need to get out of here. Yeah, no on 50, no, yes on 50, no on no, and yes on yes, and who knows what and where. It doesn't matter. You don't vote in California anyway, do you? We don't require a voter ID, so free for all. How about it? Free stuff for everybody. How cool. How wonderful. John Stanley, we're talking about free stuff for everybody. Free stuff for everybody. Gavin Newsom's going to be the new president. We're all going to get free stuff. Free stuff. Free everything. Everything's free. Don't go outside. Don't go outside. And don't go fishing. And don't go golfing. And don't go, because everything will affect the economy. Here he is. He couldn't wait. He couldn't handle it.
I'm all these politics. Stop.
Can't help it.
On a positive note, the administration in office right now paused the carb deal for green energy engines and everything else that was supposed to take effect between now and 2035. And also the windmills, they stopped that too right now. So just to let you all know.
Hey, what's up, Madden? What's up, buddy?
Off again. What do you have done today?
The doctor.
He went to a doctor today to have an allergy test. Want to show him your back? That's all crazy.
Oh, they put all those little stickers on there.
All the pricks everywhere.
Uh-huh.
So Yep. Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy birthday, Cubby. Happy birthday, Mike.
Yeah.
So about the whole, I think you confused the living crap out of everyone. Oh, shoot. I cussed in front of my kid. Darn. Not like you've never heard a cuss before, huh? Say no.
Yeah.
No. So
Yeah.
I think you confused everyone around the whole rockfish thing.
Yes, I did.
Confused the heck out of me. No. So starting today and going until the end of December, you can only fish more than 300 feet deep. Now, that being said, if you go for, like Dave said, if you go for rockfish first, and you come into the shallows to fish for bonita, calico bass, yellowtail, so on and so on, and you get pulled over with rockfish on your boat, there's no saying that you didn't catch the rockfish in that shallow water. So you can get a ticket. Not that you will, you can get a ticket for that.
Right.
So our suggestion is go for inshore stuff first and then go past the 50 fathom curve. If anyone's confused on where to go and what to do, if you look on your chart plotter, all chart plotters have this. You're going to see a red line right around that 300-foot zone. You're going to see a red dot on. Stop. You don't have to take everything out right now that I'm on here. I got on here. He's going to take everything out. So what you'll see on your chart plotter is you're going to see these red dots that make a line, and it goes around the 300-foot. That's what they call the 50 fathom curve. It's a 300 feet deep curve that goes around all of California and all the islands. So you have to stay outside of that. That being said, if you get pulled over and you're out there rock fishing and you're in between the outside of the 50 fathom and on inside of the 50 fathom, you're now considered fishing in the illegal area, less than 50 fathoms deep. So you can get a ticket for that as well. Then my computer just did an update and it's going doo-doo. All this stuff's popping up everywhere right now. Probably a virus or something crazy going on. So, sorry, everyone's messaging me too. So just make sure you keep an eye on that. Another really cool thing that you can do right now is if you want to go catch some fish and fill up the freezer and catch lobsters, you can go out and fish that deeper water and then come in shallow water to catch lobsters. Only thing is you got to remember, you can't put a line in the water. So you got to remember that. Oh, another thing I wanted to clear up with people watching, which not everyone is watching that commented. So there's a video, if you guys want to go see something really funny, I'm going to clear this up for everybody. There's a video that Dave posted under Your Saltwater Guide of me gaffing a thresher shark. And here's the reason for it, okay? Here's my reason to gaff it in the tail. I know everyone hates that. Everyone hates it. But where is the business end of a thresher shark?
In the tail.
Tail. So what happens if you gaff? I know everyone's caught way more thresher sharks than I have. So
don't you love all the experts on the videos?
I know. So for all of you that have caught way more thresher sharks than I have, if you gaff it in the head or in the peck, like you do a tuna, what happens? That tail comes and smacks you right in the hand. Okay? It smacks you in the hand. If you pull it up, it's going to smack you in the side of the face. Why? Because that's the business end of the fish or the shark. If you've ever seen a thresher shark in any videos, how they hunt, they swim forward, not backwards with their tail. They swim forward and take that real long tail, which is longer than their body length, come forward with it and smack their bait for it to die, and then they eat the bait. So that's the business end of the shark. So the reason why I gaff it in the tail, which everyone gets pissed at, even Dave got pissed at me for it one time until I explained it. The reason why I gaff it in the tail, because I want to control the business before it happens. I have to control that before it happens. So I need to gaff it in the tail, grab that tail and hold on to it. And now the shark is useless. It's like gaffing a tuna in the peck. Sometimes you'll see, like the one video Dave posted where Anthony gaffed a 150-pound tuna on top and they go complete ape poop crazy. And that is 100% true. Why? He wasn't looking to gaff it there, but I yelled at him because it was taking too long. I didn't want to lose the fish to just gaff it anywhere. So Anthony was like, okay. And he knew what was going to happen before it happened. He gaffed it over the top and it went crazy and it did 3 somersaults in the air. And he was holding on to a 150-pound tuna going all crazy. Now, if you gaff a tuna in the pecs and you flip him upside down, he goes limp. And he just relaxed. It's almost like you put him to sleep. Same thing with the thresher shark. You gaff it in the face, that tail's going to kick, boom. It's going to come launching forward. It's coming out of the water. At the same time, that tail is faster than you can react. Is going to come up and smack you. I've gotten smacked in the face before, in the neck before, in the ribs before. So now I gaff them in the tail. To me, that's the proper way to do it. So you do whatever the hell you want. I don't care.
But no, you explained it perfect to me, and it made all the sense in the world. Where he gaffs them in the tail there, gang, you can't. The thresher shark doesn't have any control of his tail. And then Justin simply grabs a hold of the tail with one hand and slings the thing over the rail with the other, and it's golden and it's on there, and you've got control of the tail. It's quite amazing. Yeah, but boy, oh boy, did we light up the internet with that one. Oh, shoot.
That was so funny. You should post it more often.
Well, when I said that most of the people that are on paddle boards are not from the United States of America, I had no idea that meant I was racist. I didn't even know. Now I know I'm racist. I didn't even know. I just was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt that most of those people are tourists. They're visiting from other country. We're the #1 vacation capital of the world. I was just saying, how can these tourists be in our way? And oh my gosh, between Justin gaffing the shark in the tail and me telling you that you're not an American because you're on vacation, we're the most hated 2 people in the world right now.
Yeah. I think it's freaking hilarious.
Well, so do I, but whatever. Jump on.
I just learned something new today also. So I'm going to be taking a trip sometime in the near future to Florida to do I'm going to be captaining a boat to run from one point to another and one area to another. And one of the things that the guy who owns the boat or is going to be buying the boat is he wants to catch a Goliath grouper. So me, I've never fished for a Goliath grouper, and I call up my buddies. I have a fishing game lieutenant that I know in Florida. I call him, and I call my other buddy who's a commercial guy who I've talked about before on other live shows about lobster. He commercial fish for lobsters, getting like 300 to 600 in a night, and so on and so on. And that's a whole new show. So I call them, and they're like, "Oh, Jewfish," and I'm like, "No, Goliath grouper." He's like, "Oh, Jewfish." I'm like, "No, Goliath grouper." He wants to catch a Goliath grouper. He's like, "Yeah, they're called Jewfish, but they stopped calling them Jewfish because it's racist." I'm all, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." He's all, "They changed the name of Jewfish to Goliath grouper because it was racist." I'm like, "That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of." So,
yeah, that's our black sea bass. They were called Jewfish forever. That's why you got Jewfish Point at Catalina.
Oh, I never knew that either. I'm getting all kinds of wrinkles in my brain today.
Yep.
Very interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Small ones, big ones, all taste the same. They taste like fresher. And people say, "Oh, they're endangered or going extinct." I don't know where. Maybe where they're fishing because they can't catch them. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Are we supposed to kill the big ones and throw the little ones back? Are we supposed to kill the little ones and throw the big ones back? I don't really understand. I don't really know, so I just kill them all.
You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. You
right,
kill
I'm going to piss somebody.
That's a breeder. You kill the small one. That one's too small. Well, what do we do?
Just like I posted a video a month or so ago with Pablo catching that little tiny mako. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, everyone in the world.
Hey, Cub. Happy birthday, Cubby. Happy birthday. Cubby went and got himself some chili dogs for his birthday. You get 4 chili dogs for like $1 or something.
Oh my goodness! Maybe I can have Madden sing a hot dog song really quick. It's the cutest thing ever. Madden,
Do it, Madden. Do it.
No.
I'll give you $5 if you do it.
No.
Come on,
No.
come on. I'll get you ice cream and $5 if you come and sing the hot dog song.
No.
Ah,
Come on.
he's over there working out.
He's working out right now.
He's working on the workout band.
Yeah. Madden, I'll give you $5 too.
There you go, buddy. $10 if you come and sing the hot dog song.
No.
It's not even long either. So yeah, just remember everyone, today starts the season for rockfish, deep water only.
So the fishing game guy told you that he won't write the ticket if you go lobster fishing with red rock cod on the boat?
Yeah, because it's not a fishing line in the water. Yeah. So what it is you can have rockfish on the boat, come in shallow, and then hoop net for lobsters. As long as while you're hoop netting for lobsters, you don't put a line with a hook in the water.
That's a weird one because then you got a gray area where you got calico bass on the boat, you got rockfish on the boat, and you got lobsters on the boat all at the same time. That's weird, huh?
Yep.
I'm totally confused.
Personally, I don't think they're gonna just warn you. I think, but who knows? It just depends who you get, right?
Yeah, well, it all depends on your attitude.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If you got a crappy attitude, you're gonna get bumped. You're gonna get blown away. We all do stuff all the time that's not legal, even though we think we're doing everything legal.
Yeah, I just drove down to the boat to get some stuff, and I broke the speed limit. Sorry. Maybe by 10 or 20 miles an hour, but yeah.
Hey, now you got another $5 from Jeff, so you got $15 right now, Madden.
What?
You got $15 for you to sing the hot dog song.
No.
He said
$15?
He's shy.
Okay. How about if you
$100?
Nope.
$100.
You said dog hair. And no.
Oh, you're silly. So
all right.
It's really funny because the hot dog song he sings it's like hot dog, hot biggity dog, but he says it's so freaking cute. And now he's gonna be a booger eater over there. He's eating.
Yeah, you definitely can affect the way you get treated by them by your attitude.
Yeah, just as I said, attitude adjustment. So what you do is when you get pulled over, you give the officer an attitude adjustment. You tell him automatically, what the hell is this about? Get away from me. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Just be nice to everybody. Just be nice.
Right.
You're crazy.
Yeah. If you guys want to see something spectacular, I know a lot of you don't go on Facebook. A lot of you do. Just go and look at Justin's Thresher Shark video and just check out the comments and you'll understand what we're saying here right now on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. You go down any one of those rabbit holes and you'll just go, what in the hell is wrong with everybody? They're so worried about everybody.
Yeah, it is really funny. But one thing I will tell everyone though is when you're out in the water, just have a good time. That's all it is. Make sure you follow the rules and the laws and just have a good time. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and give somebody get going out there. Go to Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, charter the Reel Fund, go out fishing with Captain Al Clowers. Try to get on Justin's boat if you want to go. Got to get out there and go do it. It's really good, and they're great to eat. Go lobster fishing.
Yeah, and whatever boat you go on or whatever you do, see if you can do like a combo trip. I try to really force that on people right now because you get the best of both worlds. You get to go fishing and you get to go lobster fishing right now. You want to experience both of them. You may, for some reason, not like fishing, but love lobster fishing, or vice versa. You may, fishing is not my thing. maybe I want to catch 1 million lobsters. That's what I want to do, because some people are like that. For example, Paul, he comes out with me all the time. I took him lobster fishing a handful of times, and he's like, I don't care about lobster fishing. I don't care about going for lobsters. I'd rather go and anchor up at Catalina and just catch 1 million fish and just have fun. Watch the scenery and so on and so on. Watch the birds and watch the sea lions. No, he didn't say that. He's like, get rid of the sea lions and just catch a bunch of fish.
Yeah, they're looking for a reward right now for information about a sea lion up there in Brett's part of the world, right?
Yeah, they're looking for someone that, or not, they're looking for information of a decapitated sea lion, but who knows? They're more worried about sea lions than they are whales, which is really bad, because there's way more sea lions than whales on the California coast.
Yeah.
Kind of weird how they work. The other thing is Dave was talking about how the laws are all weird, so on and so on. You got to remember, when you get pulled over by a game warden, it's not them that made the law. They're just enforcing it. It's their job to enforce the law. That's what they got hired to do. They didn't make the law. So they're there, they're just doing their job. And they're going to tell you that too. I'm just doing my job, and that's really what they're doing. Even police officers, they're just doing their job, enforcing the law. Who makes the decisions are the commissioners, and then your lovely governor, Newscomb. So that's who makes the decisions on what we can and cannot catch and what we do and cannot do. So, and anytime that they take away something from us, don't ever expect to get it back. You're not going to get it back. They may have made the mistake, but too bad. You still got to suffer for it. Just like the MPAs made a mistake on a couple of those, or all of them, you're not going to ever get it back. They made a mistake on the sand bass, you're not going to ever get that back. They made a mistake on the rockfish, you're never going to get that back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So.
Yep, that's right. It sucks, but it's right. I mean, I still am blown away that they wrote that thing saying that they made a mistake on the rockfish. I can't believe they put it in writing that they made the mistake.
Yeah.
But they didn't change it. They didn't take it back. They didn't say we don't get him, but we made a mistake on the numbers, but you don't get him back.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
It's so crazy.
It's pretty friggin' sad. All right, gang. Well, thank you. Justin, thanks for jumping in here and confusing even more of the people.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the show today. Kick back, relax, have a good time. Turn off the news. They're all lying. This is the only place you get the truth, and we'll be back here with truth. Tiffany's going to be showing you guys more about rod wrapping tomorrow. Justin will be – you're out shooting tomorrow, right?
Yep, I'll be shooting tomorrow.
Yeah. Madden's got to go to school, but Ryland's going on.
Yep, I'll show you. Ryland's going to go. I'll show you all really quick the nice, beautiful animal that we got on our game camera the other day. Bam.
Oh, beautiful.
A big old 10-point buck. That's our target this year. A nice big old, oh, here's a better picture. Nice big, beautiful 10-point. Oh, we call him Hank. Let's see, where's it at? Oh, I know what I got to do. There we go.
Oh, beautiful. Hank going to be coming to dinner tomorrow night, maybe?
Oh, no, it's not season yet. A couple more weeks.
Oh, okay.
Madden, all right, we're not live anymore. Madden, want to come sing that song really quick for Dave?
No, you're lying.
That's how you lie.
He's too smart. All right, everybody. See you later.
See ya.
Stop, Capt.
All right, now we're not live. Want to come sing it? He just ended it. Come on. Sing it for Dave really quick. Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
I don't want to see if you're actually live.
Okay, come and see if I'm actually live. It's just Dave and I.
Bruh.
See all the comments? Look. All the comments.
I saw you.
I just clicked it off. I clicked it off. Look at he's crazy kid.
Oh my goodness. All right, gang.
All right, everyone. See ya.